On today's episode of the Cryptoverse Market Roundup, Ethereum is back. IOTA drops and Veritaseum gets the honourable mention. On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, we will also be looking at the Litecoin price chart, so stay right there. Hi there guys, and welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse Market Roundup, your regular dose of news and commentary on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. I'm your host, Chris Coney, the founder of Cryptoversity, the online school where you can learn about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. Find out more at cryptoversity.com. So for the Market Roundup, we hop over to coinmarketcap.com. We have Ethereum bouncing right back. Ethereum is technically the biggest winner by percentage today in the top 20, with a gain of 25.93%. Now that would be decent and normal for a lower cap coin, but for Ethereum, that's enormous in a single day. So Ethereum's now back up to a market cap of $22.7 billion. CoinMarketCap is recording a $243.20 price, but I'm sure that's shifted since then. And also, Ethereum comes out as the most traded coin today. 3.2 billion of Ethereum has been traded. That's huge. That's double the amount of Bitcoin that's been traded in the last 24 hours. Now that is extraordinary. So Ethereum wins both the biggest winner and the biggest traded coin today. The biggest loser goes to IOTA, still in 8th place as we always see it, down 3.61% to 27 cents per million IOTA. And IOTA is now down at a $769 million market cap, near enough $770 million. And the honourable mention goes to Veritaseum down there in 10th place, gaining 26% today in the last 24 hours. Veritaseum now in 10th place, up from 11th yesterday, $453 million market cap, and on $3 million worth of trading volume. This is interesting. I'll come back to that in just a second. CoinMarketCap are reporting that a Veritaseum coin is worth $230.36. Now the thing about the volume, if I open up Veritaseum in a new tab here, I was watching Reggie talk about this, and most of Veritaseum's volume comes from EtherDelta, the decentralized exchange that's built on Ethereum. So he was saying, look at the price rises and consider that none of the major exchanges are listing Veritaseum as yet. I mean, that's fine by me personally. If Veritaseum can succeed by being traded almost exclusively on EtherDelta, that's a good day for me. That is a good day. I mean, if that's the way we're going, I am perfectly happy with that. It means that none of the Veritaseum holders or traders can get scammed, or they can't get an exchange fail on them because EtherDelta is decentralized. So I'm very happy about that. So good volume for EtherDelta there, $3 million nearly worth of trading volume. I'm pleased that's doing well. I am in support of the old decentralized exchange. All right, moving on to the Litecoin price chart for the day. You know, Litecoin's weathered the whole crash pretty well. If you looked at this in isolation, you see my white line here. It's the white ascending trend line. This is my medium-term trend line. It hasn't been broken, even with the recent price crashes. So if you looked at Litecoin in isolation and looked at this chart, but didn't know the rest of the market was going ape, well, you wouldn't necessarily know. Because these price crash here and this old flag that we drew, that just looks like a normal pullback. Because I don't think it broke the previous low, it didn't. So you've got the price cyclicity going on here. There's a wave there, there's a wave there, and then the most recent flag, where you have the pole and then the flag itself, comes back down, and now it looks like it's taking off again, back into an upward phase. And it still hasn't broken its medium-term trend line. The moving averages are still pointing up. You remember when we looked at Ethereum yesterday, Ethereum had been falling long enough to start to pull the moving averages down, especially the 50-day. But even with Litecoin, in the last sort of 2 weeks of price declines, it hasn't been enough to adjust that 50-day moving average, and the 200-day is still trending upwards. Now, in terms of technical levels, 2 days ago when we hit bottom, Litecoin hit a bottom of $36. which wasn't as low as the previous low of 32. And if we zoom out just a little bit here, we can look at the Fibonacci retracement levels. And the line it rebounded off, it seems, is the 23.6% line, which is sitting at $39.14. So I say rebounded off, it wasn't a perfect bounce, as you can see. The price went down below it. Also looks like it's got support from the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is almost cupping the bottom of those two candle bodies. And it's only the lows that are dangling down below it. Excuse me. So medium-term trend line there offering support also. And then you've got this downtrending channel that forms the flag. Get rid of that new market notification there. And like we were saying, the price is bounding in sort of a consolidation, but in a downtrending channel. And I was saying that two converging points of support there would be the bottom of the channel if you were going to trade the flag. The good place to put a stop loss would be just outside of the, or just below the medium-term trend line there at the bottom of the channel. But I said this earlier on in this downtrending channel, and I said the only thing is that it was going to take a while to get closer to the bottom of the channel in order to get a decent reward to risk ratio. So since then, it hasn't broken out very strongly, but it has now broken out. Yesterday, that candle's almost split the top of the channel in half, and now the market's sort of consolidating a little bit, having broken out. It's just sitting there wondering, are we sure we want to break out of this channel? You know, a little spinning top candle right there. But Litecoin's sitting at $43.09 right at this moment in time. But the biggest thing for me overall is that Litecoin is still displaying all the signs of an uptrend from a technical point of view. So that's good stuff. It's weathered the storm quite well. If you'd have retreated into Litecoin over the recent falls, you'd have probably done pretty well out of it. And again, it's only a couple of days since we've been going back up again. So again, I'm not getting faked out. I'll have to see a few more just to make sure it's not like one of those dead cat bounces that we talk about. So that's all I've got to say about the Litecoin chart for today. Feel free to click the link in the video description, sign up for a Coinigy account, which is the charting software that I use here, and then you can just copy my analysis and follow along. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this episode, hit that like button, get subscribed if you're new, and if you want to check out my best stuff, check out cryptoversity.com. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Market Roundup, and I'll be back just in a little while with the news show. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.